Okay, thank you, Adrien. We can now turn it over to the media for questions.
I know you said, Adrien, in your opening remarks you weren't worried about the jump in weight, and I believe that you're not worried about it, but I'd like you to describe sort of what you might have had to do different or how you feel at it or what you think might be different about the way you box at a new weight, two weight divisions, as Dave mentioned in the opening remarks. You know, it is a little unusual for a fighter to go up two weight classes these days and right into a world title fight. So could you talk about that a little bit?
For me, the weight it's not a problem. I'm originally a welterweight anyway. You know, I just have to lose weight. So I really didn't have to do anything different.
So just the only thing different, I guess, is you'll weigh, 10 pounds more roughly?
Negative. That's my regular weight.
No, I mean, but it's not it hasn't been your fighting weight for most of your career.
Oh, I mean, I don't walk around at 130 pounds. I don't walk around at 135 pounds. I walk around at 147, 150 pounds. So I'm at my regular weight. Okay,
so then at 130 and at 135, obviously you have shown very good knockout power. Most of your opponents have been stopped. Paulie, for one, in his career has shown very good durability, whether it was at 140 against the prime Cotto, taking those heavy shots he took, or as a welterweight. You know, Paulie, to his credit, has got a good chin, I think. Do you think that you're going to take that 30-35 power that you've shown all of us, and it's going to be with you when you get in the ring against Malignaggi?
What a lot of people don't understand is, you can't really do nothing for power. You're either born with it or you ain't. It's like Pacquiao. When he was in smaller weights, he was knocking guys out. When he went up into bigger weights, he was still knocking guys out. It's just something that God blessed me with. I got power, so it really don't matter what weight class I'm in. I'm still going to have the same power as I had in any weight class I'm in.
Okay, I want to ask you one other thing about it. Much is being made about this jump up to two weight classes. There's not a lot of guys for you to fight at 135 that were willing or that had good names. 140 was pretty loaded, but a lot of those top fighters were busy fighting the other guys. And I know you've been asked about this, but I don't remember what you were saying about it. Do you think that whatever happens in the fight with Paulie, that you would maybe go down to 140 at some point and try to mix it up with those guys, or just wait for them to come to you in your new weight class? Because many of those guys probably will move up eventually anyway. How do you sort of look at that landscape?
I'll fight anybody who's willing to fight Adrien Broner.
Okay. I mean, are you familiar? I know you're familiar with the top guys at 140. I mean, most of them are promoted by Golden Boy.
I'm not worrying about no names. I'm not worrying about who did what and who fight. I'm not worrying about how hard someone is expected to hit. I will fight anybody who's willing to fight Adrien Broner.
All right. Very good. Point well taken. Adrien, thank you. I will see you in New York. Good luck to you.
Okay. Does any part of you kind of think that this has gone a bit beyond boxing? I mean, it's kind of gone onto a whole new level?
Not for me. For me, it's just boxing. For me, it's just boxing.
So who's in whose head in this sort of this back and forth that the two of you are having?
So what?
Who's in whose head? Who's getting to who most? Is anything he's saying affecting you?
Negative.
There's clearly a culture clash between the two of you, though, right?
You said what?
There's clearly a culture clash between the two of you.
No way. Nothing is personal. If he takes the thing with Jessica personal, that's on him. That's his heart. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we still got to fight June 22nd. He could bring his feelings in the ring with him. It's not going to help him. He could bring a AK, a 9 with an extended clip. It's not going to help him. I don't care what he brings, man. I will be victorious.
You ready to get your ass kicked next week, bro? I'm gonna beat you like you stole something. I'm gonna beat you like you stole something. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you so bad. Your father's not gonna know whether to call me your face or your ass. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you so bad you're not gonna recognize the difference.
All right.
I'm gonna blast you.
Guys, Paulie, let Adrien finish up, and you'll have your time.
Yeah. I'm gonna
have your turn.
Hey, Paulie.
I'm gonna
come see you.
I'm gonna come see you. Come see me anytime you want. Don't play that gangster shit. You will get your ass kicked. You will get your ass kicked. I'm in New York. Big boy. I'm in New York.
Did you train in New York?
Huh?
All right, Paulie, Adrien.
What are you talking about? Yes, Paulie. What are you retarded? You say you're going to come see me, so come see me.
All right.
Where you at? Paulie.
We're going to stop the call. Paulie, we're going to stop the call.
Paulie. All right. Let him finish his questions. We probably only have one.
You guys told me to call in. I was told to call in. That's all I'm doing. I'm calling in. That's all I'm doing.
No, let him stay on the phone. Let him stay on the phone.
Sit tight. Adrien, the question.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
Kelly,
Dave, I'm trying to help him. Dave, chill.
You're trying to help me. How can you tell me you're retarded? You're retarded.
You guys
How
can't
are you going to help me when you're retarded? I got to help you. You're mentally retarded. How are you going to help me? How are you going to help me, bro? I'm like that one person for you. You need my help. You're a retard.
Paulie, no, I'm being serious.
No, I'm being serious, but you're really retarded. But you make no sense.
All right, Adrien, you asked me to still so you could help him. You're not helping him. You're not helping me. You're not helping anyone. Let's just finish up Adrien's questions. Adrien, we're going to finish up your questions. And then we're going to...
All right, Adrien.
Yeah.
I want you to make a final comment about...
No, I'm serious. I swear I'm serious. I'm not yelling at Paulie. I don't got to do that. We fight next week. Fuck all that yelling.
I know, but I don't want him to yell back.
I was trying to tell him.
The media's on the phone.
What was I trying to... did he get off the phone? I really had to tell him something. This is from the heart.
I don't know if he's on the phone or not. Adrien,
give him your message, which will be your closing statement. Go ahead.
No, he needs to hear this.
He's on the line. He's on the phone. He can hear you, but we're just going to give you your time, and then he's going to come back.
Okay. What I had to say is, he needs to stop all the cussing and all the other stuff he's doing, because at the end of the day, he really have a 9 to 5, and I really want him to keep his job on Showtime, because after June 22nd, boxing is really not going to be his biggest job he has. The commentary job is going to be the biggest job for him after June 22nd. So he's a role model. Really, he's a good commentator, and people like seeing him on Showtime talking so getting on the phone with me and talking crazy like that. If Showtime hear that do him no good. Basically, man, I'm gonna do me regardless. I'm gonna come in dancing, I'm gonna leave out dancing, I'm gonna be victorious. I will be 23-year-old, 3-time champion in 3 weight classes. I will make history on June 22nd. I heard there's only 2 guys that have only done it, and I will be the 3rd. It's going to be a hell of a fight, however long it lasts. But at the end of the day, man, I'm going to fuck Paulie up. I'm not a commentator, so I can cuss and say fuck bitch and fuck Paulie, so fuck Paulie. And I'm going to get this money, and my checks are bigger than his. And at the end of the day, he better keep practicing his lines, man, and hopefully the referee don't stop the fight before it gets too bad and he miss out on some jobs, because after the fight, if the ref let it go on too long, he probably will miss out on fights, and then he would have to be at work with glasses on, and I don't know how good that'd be to his career.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That was
all right.
Some closing statement. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, bye. Okay, now we're going to turn this call over to Paulie. Paulie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? Yeah,
okay.
Can you hear me?
When Adrien was doing his call, and before when you jumped on to the call, the way that Adrien seems to come across anyway is that he doesn't really seem to take it too seriously. I kind of take it like when he's doing his shtick, sort of with a little bit of a wink of the eye. You seem to take it a lot more serious, a lot more personal. Has he gone under your skin a little bit? Seems like it.
It doesn't really matter what he's on under my skin, dude. I mean, I've been fighting for 12 years. We can get under each other's skin or not. It doesn't matter, dude. When the bell rings, I'm focused and I'm ready, and I've always been that way. So, if I was the guy who just started this shit, then, okay, you could say, hey, he's getting under his skin. Uh-oh, is he going to not apply the game plan? It doesn't really matter. It's an irrelevant question. Yeah, at times I'm pissed. At times it's tongue-in-cheek. I guess it depends on the moment. But it doesn't really matter. We got a job to do next Saturday night. That's what counts.
Okay, so all those antics, even if you do get annoyed and irritated by it, you're saying that when the bell rings, that it's not going to take you out of your game.
Nah, no talking has ever gotten me out of my game. There's things that have gotten me out of my game in the past. There's definitely not been talking.
Okay, and so when he says those things, how much does it upset you? Or are you also giving a little shtick too?
Some of it is shtick, and some of it is, I'm irritated. I'm irritated for a couple of things. I'll get into it more after the fight. But there's some things are shtick, obviously. Some things are banter and going back and forth, and some things are not. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, now listen. You started your career when you won your first world title. Anyway, I think you started at 135, but you really made your name at 140. Now you've been a welterweight now for a couple of years, and obviously have done very well. You've made the jump in weight that he's about to make. Can you talk a little bit about what that was like for you and how you think, as an observer, that he will handle that change?
It's not really a comparable comparison. I made that transition over the course of my entire career, so I kind of grew out of the weight classes. I didn't just jump weight classes. I had no choice but to move up in the weight classes when I moved up. He's making a choice to move up, so it's a question that you can't really compare the two weight jumps.
Then how do you think, though, that with him going, like you said, you went up the 2 weight classes over a long period of time. He's taken a jump up 2 weight classes in the span of just, from one fight at 40, or rather at 35 to the next fight or from 140 to 135 to 147 in his next fight. Can you give me your opinion about what you think that will be like for him? I know you've watched him fight before.
Yeah, he's a little guy. And he's going to see how overrated his power was. I think they were better off letting him fight a live guy at lightweight or somewhere below that before him fighting a live guy at welterweight. He's fighting his first live guy, and he's fighting his biggest guy all in one jump. So I don't think that was the most intelligent move on his team's part, but they can have an egg on their face after the fight, and Adrien can have a bloody face after the fight. It doesn't really matter to me.
But do you think then, even though, people don't associate Pauli Malignaggi with big punching power, but you've stopped a couple guys at welterweight, do you think that because maybe, like you say, he's a smaller guy, that you maybe be able to surprise a lot of people, not necessarily by winning, but by stopping him in a victory?
I mean, if you look at my opponents, they all get their ass beat, don't they? I mean, do they all not wind up looking like their face went through a windmill at the end of the fight, especially recently? So I don't see why Adrien Broner's face is going to look different at the end of the fight. He will wind up looking like they put his face in a blender when I'm done with him.
And does that mean a stoppage, Paulie?
Whatever it is, it depends on him. It depends how bad he wants to win or how bad he wants to make the distance. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to sit here and knock him out one punch, but he's going to feel a lot of punishment on next Saturday night, and then we'll see how bad he really wants it. He talks like he wants it so bad. Well, he's going to go through a lot of pain, and he's going to have to endure a lot of pain in a situation where he's not even going to win. So in the end, he may just tell himself it's not worth it. Let me just quit.
I just want to ask you one more question. You've had a handful of Showtime broadcasting assignments over the past several weeks. When you go from site to site, whether you're training and you go and do your broadcast, has juggling both things the last few weeks had done anything as a detriment to your training regimen, or have you been able to deal with both and stay on keep for both jobs?
No. I mean, every show I went to, Adrien was at the same show, with the exception of the June 8th show. But the June 8th show wasn't really a hassle because it was minutes before I trained anyway, so it wasn't really an issue. There's a lot of things they can do to Adrien Broner. What Adrien Broner shows against the bums he's been fighting, you can't really pinpoint one single way to beat him, because it's really up in the air. He's fought such bums who shouldn't even been in a boxing ring, let alone in a boxing ring for world titles. You can't even really make a comparison as to what is going to beat him or not, because it could be anything that could beat him. There's not really one thing that you can say will or won't work. I mean, the guys he's been fighting have nothing at all, so just the fact that you're bringing anything to the table, it already gives you more of a chance than anybody else he's fought. The fact that you're breathing, the fact that you're a live corpse, it actually gives you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys he's been fighting will barely alive to begin with. At the end of the day, I'm not really the one who's at risk of robbing him. I'm the one who's at risk of getting robbed. Out-handed fighters don't seem to lose decisions a lot of times when they deserve to lose them. So I'm going to put that out there right now, just like I put it out there when I got robbed in Texas. When I beat his ass, I expect to get a decision. And if I don't get a decision when I beat his ass, you will all know why.
When you win this fight, then, would it give you more satisfaction than any other victory?
Every fight has its own satisfaction. I mean, the fight of the moment is the one that's always most satisfying until you get to the next one. So, yeah, because this is the next one in the long line of fights that I've had in my career, yeah, obviously this is a very satisfying victory. But until you get by this one, winning another one after this one will become more satisfying. So you always focus on the task at hand and knowing that the biggest satisfaction is to win the fight in front of you.